What if I told you I had a once in a lifetime chance to see Whitney Houston live in Las Vegas, but I turned it down? And what if I told you I still regret it? This one decision taught me a huge lesson about life, about money, and about experiences that we all choose. And it's the same lesson that Bill Perkins taught in his book, Die with Zero. Today, I'm giving you 5 powerful money lessons that will change the way you live and spend your money forever. Okay, let me set the scene. It's the late 1990s and Divas Live in Las Vegas was a huge big deal. One of my friends who's an advertising executive, she was helping produce the show. She called me up. She was like, Dawn, do you want to go see Whitney Houston at Divas Live in Las Vegas? All expenses paid, flight paid, hotel paid, tickets to the show, and a backstage pass. I was like, are you kidding? Everyone knew how much I love Whitney Houston. She was a huge inspiration to me. So I said, yes, I'm down. You know what's coming. But when I checked my schedule, I saw that it was the same weekend of my daughter's event at school. She went to this all-girls school, and they had an event called the Walk Through Time. I think she was in 6th grade. So each girl studied a figure in history. She dressed up as that person. Here she is. They would tell us who they were and their significant contribution to history. I was like, oh my gosh, I can't go see Whitney. I need to go be there for my daughter. It's a big deal. As a mom, I felt like I had to be there. I had to be there for my daughter. I wanted to make sure that she felt supported and that I was being a good mother. So you know what I did? I called my friend back and said, I can't come as much as I want to come. She said, are you sure? And I was like, I got to be there for Brittany. Fast forward, 2012. Whitney Houston dies. My son comes downstairs and he says, Mom, sit down. I got to tell you something. I'm like, what? And he was like, Whitney Houston died. I was devastated. I could not believe it. I was heartbroken. I cried like lots and lots of people did. She was my idol. I didn't care that she had ups and downs because I felt like she could rebound. She was looking better. I felt like she was on the right track. I couldn't believe it. When my daughter was home for spring break, I was telling her how much I love Whitney and I had a chance to go see her at Divas Live and how my really good friend had said, come on, come and see her. It was all these other divas during this time. And I turned it down to go to her event at school. Telling her that. She said, the walk through time. I don't remember the walk through time.
Oh,
She said, I'd much rather you have told me about your experience seeing Whitney because I don't even remember the walk through time. I had given up a once in a lifetime experience for my daughter, who I love, for something she doesn't even remember. It made me realize that often we overthink that we've got to do the right thing, sacrificing ourselves and miss out on life in the process. This lesson that I was taught by my daughter is that she wanted to see me engaging in life, having fun, having this memory of my favorite singer. Now, I did see Whitney Houston when I was 15, but this time I was an adult, and there was a span of time that I never saw her again. My daughter knew that I loved Whitney, and she wanted me to show her permission that she could choose herself sometimes too and have these experiences and memories that could never be replaced. I have 5 tips that I got from the book Die with Zero by Bill Perkins. It was extraordinary. My best friend told me to read it. I got some tips that I want to share with you. Are you ready? Lesson number 1: money is meant to be spent on life experiences. The goal isn't to die with a huge bank account. It is to have spent your money on experiences that matter. Like that concert. Opportunities will come up that money can't buy later. If I had taken that trip and saw Whitney Houston as well as the other divas on the Las Vegas stage, I would have stories to tell forever about Whitney Houston in her prime. Lesson number 2: experiences create lasting memories that material things don't. Ask yourself, are you spending your money on things that bring you lasting happiness or just temporary security? Lesson number 3: don't wait until retirement to enjoy life. So many people grind now to enjoy life later. But what if later never comes? I could have said, and I probably did say, I'll see Whitney Houston next time. There'll be a next time. But sometimes there'll never be a next time. And there wasn't. Now, for me, it wasn't because lots of other things were going on in my life, and as well as in Whitney Houston's life. So fast forward from the 90s to 2012, and she passed away, I did have regret of not seeing one of my favorite singers. That taught me the biggest lesson. Lesson number 4: stop overthinking every financial decision. We often hesitate to spend money on joy, but we never hesitate to spend money on bills. Yes, yes. I need you to be wise with your money. I need to be wise with my money. She needs to be wise with her money. We all need to be wise with our money. That's not what I'm saying. I just don't want you to have this idea of being responsible and it's robbing you of joy, that you spend so much time on paying your bills that you don't enjoy life. Now, there are things that are free that you can do, I'm sure, in your neighborhood, in your city. It could be free museum day. It could be a free park experience. It could be flying a kite, going to the beach. Do some things that you love for free. Lesson number 5, balance smart money moves with living fully. It's about financial habits and saying yes to the right opportunities. I want you to have both a strong financial foundation and unforgettable experiences. My daughter taught me a valuable lesson. She taught me that I was reacting out of fear. I was in a space of fearing that I was not a good mother. I was making fearful decisions because I thought that if I wasn't there for her when she needed me, that I was failing. I was also fearing that I would be repeating some of the parental things that I experienced, and I didn't want that for my own child. My children. In the end, making fearful decisions kept me from having an experience that I could share with my daughter, which she actually much rather had. As an adult, she told me this. She was like, Mom, I don't remember the walkthrough time. I'm glad that you were there for me. I'm so happy that you were. And probably when I was in 6th grade, I needed you there. She only had like maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and I could have had this experience of Whitney Houston. I know there are going to be some people who say to this video, you were being a good mother. You were doing the best that you can. And yes, I was. That's not my point. I don't want you to stress over the small stuff. I actually call this story, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. This is a small thing that sometimes we think is bigger than what it really is. And our children, our partners, they need boundaries. And those boundaries will show them how we need to be loved. And it actually gives them more permission to be their best selves as well. I'm giving you permission to choose yourself sometimes. Experience life. You work hard. Use that money to enjoy life as well. Build these experiences. As Bill Perkins says, dive with zero. If you love this type of content, I want you to hit subscribe. Right, leave me a comment, share it with other people. If you're in a transitional space and you need some more ideas from somebody who's been there, it's like your big sister or your cool auntie. That's me. I want you to subscribe because I'm going to be sharing more. I'm so excited to share more with you about how to create a life that you love. So may you be happy, may you be whole, and may you be free. Goodbye.